Your starting position is with your weights. So grab some lighter weights. Add a T shape. Open your arms wide to feel the stretch. Where's the other two?
I've got two here.
Oh, can I grab it?
Yeah.
And your legs are bent, your feet are wide, and your knees are falling in. So you're relaxing your legs into each other, and then try and breathe through the nose. And as you exhale, just close your spine down into the floor. So you're feeling that kind of lift off the ground, and then the relaxation through the lower back as you inhale. So exhale, tilt the pelvis, close the lower back to the floor. Inhale, release. On your next breath out, lift those hips. Let's lift the hips up towards the sky. Pause here and squeeze the legs together. So we're just closing the knees in. We'll open the knees back out and we're rolling it back out again. As soon as you hit the ground, take a breath in, tilt the pelvis, exhale, lift your hips up. Squeeze, close those thighs. Allow that give through your ankles, open the knees back out and lower it down. And repeat. So Richard, take your feet even wider. So line your feet up with the mat. Parallel your feet, guys. So all of you, Tom, Mark and Richard, open your feet to the edges of your mat. Then work from there. So you're really mobilizing the hips and activating your abductors, those are the thigh muscles, outer thigh muscles, and so on. Roll it out. Hit the ground, lift it back up. Breathe. Roll it out. Right, two more of these.
I know.
You do slide backwards when you breathe. Now we're holding on last one up at the top. Knees wide, squeeze the butt, lift the hips wide. Lift the hips high, I mean. And we're going to squeeze the legs, open the legs, squeeze the legs, open the legs. So breath out to close, inhale to open. Feel that rotation through your ankle. Allow yourself to fall on the inner edges of your feet. So you pull the knees together and open them back out a little bit wider than your ankles. 5 more, see if you can lift those hips up a little bit higher. Breathe, 3. Last 2. Lift up a little bit more for your last one. And then inhale, open the knees out, lift the hips up high, and roll it out. Now hit the floor, relax the spine, settle your spine into the ground, take a breath in, lift your knees up, and bring the big toes together. So when you look at your legs, you've got that diamond shape through the legs. We inhale, tap the floor. Exhale, lift the leg back up, swap to the other side. Sorry, one leg at a time, my mistake. Now that leg stays in that position. So you're laterally rotated through the hip, inner thighs working, you just tap in the middle of your mat. Now take it to the corners of your mat, so a little bit more angled. Just challenging the core stability a little bit more, throwing you off balance, making the core fix more into the center. A little warm up, remember, so it's nothing too crazy. Should feel rather pleasant. Breathe. 4 more. Bring those big toes together. Now don't let your heels drop lower than your knees. Lift them up a little bit. Turn those knees out, Richard. Diamond shape. Hold your last one. Push the feet together, open the knees wide. Bring your fingertips to the back of your head. Roll up into a crunch. That's it, keep it wide. And we twist, and we drop the head and the feet together. Lift up, twist, head and feet tap.
I did so many of these yesterday.
Pardon?
I did so many of these yesterday.
What exactly is an exercise?
Just sideways.
4 more of these. Rotate, lift the shoulder, tap the head and the foot down. Don't let those feet drop lower than your knees. We've got 1 more left. Then hold your legs up, drop your head and shoulders down, slide your fingers underneath those weights again. Hold it there, now push those knees wide, wide, wide. And then lower the feet to the ground, let the knees fall out and take it into that lovely release. Seesaw motion through the legs. So we're going to lift our legs back up, take the feet apart, and make a tabletop position with wide legs. So as wide legs as your legs allow you to go. We're going to slowly drop our right leg to the right. So my left leg is just following but staying wide. The right leg drops to the floor. The left leg then closes down on that right leg. Take a breath in that stretch. Lift the top leg up first, and the lower leg will simply lift and follow that leg. And same thing to the left. The left leg drops down. Once it hits the ground, close the right leg. Stretch through the shoulders. Lift the top leg as far as it goes until that lower leg lifts back up, and so on. So we're just rolling. So like I said, dynamic stretching. When you hit the ground, make sure you've got the rib cage on the other side. So as I drop my legs to the left, my right side is pressing into the floor. Use your core. So this is nice. This is me being nice to you, yeah? Yes, Lee. Silence, silence and holding breath. Breathe. This is about to get exciting. Now, I want you to do one more. And when you reach the right side, sorry, so you're dropping your right leg down first, your left leg drops on top, hold it down. Pop the weight on top of that thigh and take it into a deep stretch. So my left shoulder is pushing down into the floor and reaching my left arm away. And I'm turning as much as I can from my upper body to the left. Release the weight to the floor. Now, as soon as you release that weight, it feels a little bit nicer. And then just push your knees away from you by about 2 inches, just down the mat. Hold there. Top leg lifts up, not too high, drop straight back down. Hover, lift straight back up. And back to hover. So what you're trying to do is just abduct the leg without rolling the hips. So if you take your left hand on the small of your back or just at the top of the left buttock, you want to feel that leg and buttock moving up, but not rolling back. So if you feel your hands being pushed, you know you're trying to rotate. You just want to feel that motion of lifting to the sky and lowering back down. And if you're then happy with that position, you can take that arm back out wide, or you can ease it off a little bit if you're finding the stretch a bit too much. So 4 more leg lifts. Don't forget to engage those abs. On that 4th one, keep the leg up into the sky. Straighten it out so it runs in line with your hip. Turn the toes up, heel down. And let's go up and down in that leg. Pressing up and down. Now, this is going to work those little nasty areas of your buttocks. Areas that you don't tend to work by doing things like squats, lunges. Now make sure that leg doesn't do a little naughty thing and drift its way down your back towards the end. You want to keep it up towards your shoulders, toes towards the sky. When I move my leg, don't move your leg. Come on, mobilize that leg, move it. The pain should be kicking in. Let's go, 5. Abs on, 4. Lift higher, 3, 2, and then hold that last one, pulse it, 10, 9, 8, 7, make sure you're not rotating, 4, 3, 2, and bend it, drop it to the floor, drop it to your other leg. And once you've dropped them, just push your feet down the mat a little bit, so you're slightly extending the legs. I've kind of got my legs half lengthened. Pause there, Feel free to bash it out with your left hand. Massage your left button.
Recording stops.
And take the sole of your left foot, place it in front of your right thigh, and open that knee to the sky. So use your right hand to push the knee to the sky, and that's a nasty little localized pain. Now this brings us the opportunity to simply roll back to the middle, catch the right thigh, and stretch that left glute. So your little pointers for the stretch, a little bit more weight to the right buttock, open the left knee, use your arms to pull the thigh towards your chest, and push your bottom into the floor. And breathe. Always use your exhale to make the stretch a little bit deeper. Head down, shoulders down, head down. This is Tom's happy place, isn't it?
Oh, it's easy now. I can actually see you, rather than, you know.
Just enough and looking.
Well, rather than guessing and following Mark.
Don't rely on Mark.
Certainly don't rely on me.
Guys, take a little bit more weight to your right buttock and then drive that thigh further in, pushing your bottom into the floor. One more breath. Now, when we release this, we're just going to drop the right foot to the floor, keeping the left leg where it is. Take hold of your weights. So feel free to go for heavy weights if you're not using light ones. Take them above your chest and bring them together. Your right foot is going to be the place you're going to push from. So lift the hips, pushing through the sole of the foot, and lift the hips up to the sky.
Really?
So we're going to work the arms with a one-legged bridge. If you're feeling out that you're really wobbling all over the place, pop your left foot lightly on the ground to stabilize. Okay, we're going to inhale, brush your buttocks to the floor, open your arms out wide, and then make a C shape as you lift everything back up to the sky. Inhale, open. So we're working flies in the arms, one-legged bridge. Squeeze that right buttock, butt cheek.
Still anything more?
5 more. Come on, make this strong. Make this really deep in that hip lift. Drop it down, lift it up. Activate the glutes a little bit more, the hamstring on that right side. Now, this last one, lift your hips, lift the weights, pause at the top, open your arms halfway down, pump the arms, pump the arms. Come on, press, 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 press. Lift your hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and up to the sky. Lower your bottom down to the floor. Pause. And just lightly take those arms overhead. Drop your weights to the floor and stretch your arms and lift your abs to the sky. So I've allowed my lower back to lift off the floor just to get a little stretch. And then take the arms, release the weight, sorry, and take your arms wide and drop your right knee to the left. So my foot is pressing on that knee and to the floor. You don't need any weights for this, just like a little opener through the right hip bone, thigh, maybe into the rib cage, maybe into your shoulder again. So ideally, my knee bone is touching the floor. That's where you want to be, my right. Well, both actually. Now you're going to keep the foot where it is. You're going to roll back into the middle again. Adjust yourself on that mat if you've gone slightly wonky. Abs on. Lift that right leg up to tabletop. Your 2 options here. Tap down, lift up. Tap tap down, lift up, or straighten the leg to the sky, and tap down, lift up. So dorsiflex the foot on the way down, point the toe to lift back up. Dorsiflex the foot, point the toe to lift. I think it's getting warm enough in here to probably take my jumper off now. Whole studio. So everything you've got, your lower abs, if your lower back feels this at any point, please reduce the move. Okay, this is an abdominal exercise, not a lower back, but it can kick in if you're feeling that the weight's a bit too much with that leg on top of the other. Right, let's go. 5 more. Power it up. Give me 2 more. Lift that last one up to the sky. Your leg is bent, straighten it. And everyone catch around that right thigh one more time. But use it to stretch the hamstring as well as the glutes. So lengthen the right knee. Oh my gosh, that's nice.
That is actually the nicest thing we've done in this class.
Oh, there we go.
Apart from the obvious.
Bend your right foot, pop your foot to the floor, release the legs, both your feet on the ground. Take your feet wide, knees pulled together. Take a quick breath in. Expect your buttocks to hurt for a few days after this, by the way. It's quite deceptive. You don't realise until you teach it on a Monday and can't move for days. Yeah, and that's me. Yeah, I taught a similar class on Monday. My buttocks have been bad since. But in a good way, right? Open the knees. Arms down.
I don't know why you think we wouldn't realise that already.
Right, I've got my feet outside the edges of my mat, yeah? That's where I'm aiming for. If I see your feet sliding in, I'm going to pull them back out.
Just show it.
Arms, I'm a woman. My hips happily do this. Arms overhead, palms facing up towards the sky. If that's too much for you, just take your arms back down by your side. Roll your hips into a bridge. We're going to do some hip sway. So back to that dynamic stretching, mobility work. Buttocks brush the floor. My left side lifts up. I squeeze the left butt cheek, lift, 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 lift. And then inhale, swoop down through the middle, lift the right side, squeeze it. Inhale, swoop. So just allow that give. Allow that give. As you swoop and drift your body weight to one side. So my rib cage is also moving with that hip motion. We are so stiff in that area, so it's really important to loosen it up. Just keep breathing. Give me 4 more. Last 2. 1 more. So we drop down in the middle, pause. My buttocks are literally hovering off the ground. My left side lifts up 1 more time. Just squeeze up in that left side and pulse it. 5, 4, 3. Come on, squeeze it up. 2. Hold your last 1. Lift a little bit higher. Then inhale, brush down into the center. Exhale to the other side. Squeeze and hold. And then press it up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold, lift, inhale, center, exhale, lift up 1 more time in the middle, and then roll it out. Take your arms out to T-shape. Find your breath. Lift your legs up. Bring your feet together again, diamond shape. Slide your fingertips to the side of the head. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Reach to the side. Reach to the other side. Head and feet down. So if you want to make it a little bit harder this time, you just take your legs for a longer lever. So I'm virtually extending my legs to the floor and then pull them back up to diamond. Lever and lift. Again, it's all about being mindful of your lower back. If you're feeling tired today, your core naturally kind of gives up a little bit and then your lower back's going to take over. So keep that in mind. Doesn't hurt to take it down a notch sometimes. We've got 6 more of these. Open the knees a little bit more. Lift your feet up a little bit more. 3 more. I think I'm counting wrong. I think I'm all right. My counting has been quite good this week for change. Last one. Then pause in the middle. Lift into a crunch. And pulse. Open the knees. Lift those shoulders. Keep pressing, keep pressing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head down. Close the knees. And then pop your feet to the floor. Now, at the moment, your weights are overhead. So take your arms back. Get hold of those weights. You might have stood away from them. And then lift them back up above your shoulders. And gently drop them out wide to the floor. Pull your knees in. Carefully drop your knees all the way over to the left, so they land on the ground. Ooh. Pop that weight onto the thigh and twist into the right shoulder. Open up. Oh yeah. Breathe. So really enjoy that wonderful rotation of the body. Try and go a little bit deeper into the stretch. We'll get that right shoulder and arm pressed into the floor. Now release your weight. Take the pressure off a little bit. Push your knees away a little bit more. Not too much. My knees are still they're just a little bit further away from my hips. And then we go into that leg abduction. Hip abduction, more like lift it up and down. So again, we don't want to roll the hips. I'm still getting that stretch from my right side. If you wish, you can take your right hand onto the lower back, top of the buttock, and just make sure you're not feeling like you're pushing against the hand. And if you're comfortable in that position, take your arm wide again. My body doesn't want to rotate this way today. Anyone else been in the stretch? I'm not being the only one.
Okay, I'm doing it. Can't remember what this next.
So again, make sure those legs aren't rolling. Give me 4 more leg lifts. Hold your last one up in the air. Take that leg straight out in line with your hip. Turn your toes up to the side, heels down. And lift that leg up to the side and back down again. Right, don't roll that hip, okay? Now work from there. Up and up. Nasty. Straighten out that knee, lovely. Fabulous. Keep turning those toes up.
Yeah.
Now that should be getting nasty. And we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that last one up. Pulse. 10, 9, 8. Pull the toes in towards you. Straighten those knees. I've got beauty of everyone here. 2 and 1. And bend the knee. Drop it down. Push those legs away so you're half extended through the legs, so a little bit further away from you. If you wish, massage it out with that right hand. Got a choice of words. And then whilst you're here, you can slide the right foot, wedge it inside that left thigh, left hand opens the knee to the sky. Ready? Swim weights up there. And then we roll over onto our backs, take it straight into a glute stretch, lift the hips, lift the thigh in, catch around the back of the left thigh, head down, shoulders down, right knee opens. Remember your pointers. A tiny bit more weight into your left buttock. Then a little bit of arm strength, putting the left thigh in. Open the right knee. Breathe. Try and push your spine into the floor at the same time as shoulders into the floor.
It's like running time, it's really good for you.
A little bit deeper. Never run, Tom, it's really bad for you. That's a professional opinion. Just stick to jumping around in hip sessions, they're much better. Okay, we're going to hold this for another breath. And as we release the left foot to the floor, the right leg stays where it is. We'll roll myself back up the mat. So move down. Take your arms wide, grab the weights. Bring the weights up above your shoulders. Bring them together. Okay, when we're ready, we're going to lift those hips into a bridge. So this time, triceps. So our upper arms do not move. Elbows point to the sky. We inhale, brush the buttocks to the floor. We bend our arms, weights behind the head, and then power it back up again for 1. Inhale, exhale up for 2. So remember what I said, if you're really off balance, you can take your right foot to the floor, be light on the toes, but focus on the left side. Exhale up. Draw your core into the center of your waistline, so everything's strong through the lower back as well as the abs. 5 more in these arms and legs or hips, whatever they are that's moving. Press. 4, 3, 2. Last one, guys. Lift all the way up, pause at the top, lift your hips, hold that, bend your arms halfway back, do not hit your head, and pump the arms, extend, bend, halfway down, 4, 5, keep going, 6, 7, last 3, 2, and hold it up, inhale, exhale, lift, and then as we roll out, open those arms back out, so they hit the floor. Take a breath in, exhale, drop that left knee to the right. So now our right foot sits on the left knee. And we'll take it just. Long deep breaths. Now, we have not finished with this position of the legs, we're going to work the abs. So when you're ready, just roll back into the center again. Take a breath. When you're ready, lift that left leg up to tabletop. So your option, tap down, lift up. Tap down, lift up. Or you want more, straighten the leg. Drop the heel towards the floor, point the toe, lift the leg back up. It really falls through the lower tummy. Everything controls. Release the tension in the shoulders. Keep it going, guys. We're nearly there. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold that leg up high to the sky. Hands catch the thigh and stretch out the hamstring and the glute together. So the only way to do that is to push your knee into full extension as best it can go and keep pushing your bottom to the floor. Enjoy. It's nice. I don't put this in the hamstring at all, though. I put it in the glutes.
I feel it in my bottom.
Yeah, hip.
Yeah, that more than just
And then
bend
we're
the knee.
really bend the knee, put the foot to the ground, and both feet to the ground. Soles of feet together, seesaw motion. We have 2 exercises to do on our tummies. So once you've had enough of this, you're going to have enough of this position, it's lovely. You're going to flip over onto your tummies. Take your light weight with you. Legs wide, separate your upper body from your lower body. Now your lower body is doing nothing. My arms are in cactus position, which is a 90-degree angle, forehead to the floor. We lift the head, we lift the chest, we lift our right arm, we rotate, and then we squeeze the shoulder blades as far back as we can go. Look towards the elbow. We come back to center, stay high, and then twist the other way. Back to center. If you wish to drop down in the middle bit, you can, and then lift back up again. Now, what we want to avoid doing is lifting, and then that left hip and thigh lifted. That's me kind of going a bit skew here. Hip bones stay on the floor. The rotations from your waist, your rib cage, and then that little shoulder squeeze at the back. Feet touching the floor the whole time. You can do this without a weight if you need to. Back extensors, all those important posterior muscles need to work. Why is that funny?
It's this basic. It's a grimace. Okay.
Right, so give me one more each side. And then you're going to pause in the center. Fix those legs down a little bit more. Squeeze the abs tight. Hip bone presses the floor. We lift up that right side, rotate and turn and fold. And then just press. 8, 7. Squeeze the shoulder blade. 6, 5, 4, 3. Come on. Turn. Last one. And release. Take a breath. To the other side. Lift. Squeeze, hold, let's go. 8, 7, pull back. 6, 5, that's much easier this side. 4, 3, 2, one more. And release. Release the weight forwards. Head to the floor. Bring your feet closer in. Now I'm holding onto my weights. You can see that. And my elbows are off the ground, and I've lifted my chest slightly, so I'm slightly extending through the spine, but I'm using my arms. So this is working my triceps, the backs of my arms. So I've lifted the elbows off, and I'm slightly holding my upper body with my arms. Lift the legs up. We're going to open out to a really big V shape through the legs, and then as we pull our legs together, we cross the ankle over the heel, open back out, and the other side. Now this is strong on the back. So you can always just do it, just squeezing in and out. If that still feels too much, the option is to lift one leg, open, close, and release. One leg at a time instead. Back. those thighs off the floor. So we are not here for long. Give me 4 more. Last 2. 1 more, guys. Now take those legs open. Now lift your arms if you can, and then swing kick in a slight star shape. So slightly widen the legs and the arms. Take it into V shape. Come on. 8, 7. Squeeze your abs. Work those shoulders. 3, 2, and release. Turn your head to one direction and wriggle those hips. Loosen up the lower back straight away. Turn your head the other direction. Now, before we take this into a stretch, we're going to finish up in a plank. Elbows underneath shoulders, interlace the fingers. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, plank. Woo. Lower back. Now, we're here for a minute. So if you feel you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, lift one leg up and hold it. If you feel like you need to drop it down, lower your knees. And they're your options. Richard, I thought you liked planks.
I
Why are you
do.
not lifting your leg up then? If your leg is in the air, swap to the other side, and why do you do this with my own then, yeah? You'd be thinking now. The legs up in the air. Drop it down, hold. Now, everybody, roll forward on the tips of your toes so your shoulders are over your elbows and hold that position. Come on, shoulders over elbows, shoulders over elbows. That's it. And then push all the way back into your heels. We're nearly there, we're nearly there. Hips down, Tom. Come on, into those heels. Stretch the back to the knees. Then find your center point, 10 more seconds. Breathe. Last 4, 3, 2, and then just drop your knees down, walk it in, arms extend forward and come to child pose, or alternatively cat stretch. And feel that wonderful opening through the lower back. Sit your bottoms hard, far back into your heels as you can go. Really enjoy it. No more seconds here, just enjoy it.
I wasn't just walking.
What a lot of body weight on you right now. Now bring yourself up onto your knees. Step your left leg forward, sink your hips down. Once you're down, lift your right arm up and then take it over to a thigh stretch. You can either stay leaning on your thigh, that's enough for you. You can catch, or if you get your hand to the floor, okay. Guys, sink right down into those hips. Get your hip lower than your knee. It is now, yeah. Come on, flag it. And then bring your hands down either side of the foot. Now, if you tighten your hamstrings, you can use your weights to push back into that hamstring stretch. If you're comfortable to hit the floor, and just drop down. I'm going to give you the chance to go into the splits today. So roll onto the back of the heel, push your hips back a little bit more. And if you wish, I can't do them. Come forward and split. That's as far as I can go. Some people happily go down to splits in this position. Tom might be able to. Your choice. Auntie's probably doing them. You're too small for me to see down there. The problem about getting into position is coming out. So, however you can, flip that leg back around. Roll up onto your knees. Done gracefully. Take your right leg forward, sink down into the hip. Once you're down, you put your hand on the thigh, come over into a side bend, or catch, or hand to the floor, whatever works. So get those hips low, push your hips down lower than your knee.
That's it.
Come on.
That's as far as it actually
Locking in, it's locking in.
goes.
Reach. And let's get our hands down either side of that foot. Grab the weight, push your fingers to the floor, push back. You just don't get a crazy hairstyle, love it. It's like a massive pineapple with my head and fluff. So we're going to try and go into splits this way, roll onto the back of the heel, stay here and work deep into the hands, protect and slide the leg forward, and go, this side. Woo! I've got a goal now to make splits by the end of the year.
Not far off.
Oh no, the other side was better.
Have you ever, I assume you've been able to do it?
Only one side. I did pick up some years ago.
Okay, come on the shoulders. I'm sure you can get them down for splits.
Bend
And ambulance would be cool.
your knee, boomerang. And however you can, come out of it.
Gracefully.
Gracefully. All right, tuck your toes, lift your hips, walk those hands to your feet to your hands, grab your big toes, lift your spine into a wonderful big extension and then bend through the spine, chest to thighs, and then extend the legs. Take the weight into your toes. Be quite forceful in the arms. Release your feet, take hold of your fingers behind the base of the spine, stretch your arms over head, shoulders stretch. Go a little bit deeper. And then carefully release the hands down to the floor and then roll up very slowly. Oh, dirt all over my clothes. It's nice. Always take a shoulder roll. Open your arms, bring your arms forward, interlace your fingers, stretch open your shoulder blades. Squeeze your fingers together and push your shoulder blades away. Then open your arms, take those fingers behind, come forward, arms over, again, reach away. And then roll it up. Open your palms down, equal in both feet, raise your arms up, hands together, bow down, lovely flat back, give yourself a clap. Cheers. For crazy hair.